What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled, Are you a simp hater or a hater? You know, part of this thing about guys simping, some guys are simping and some of y'all are just hating on the fact that they're doing things. You know, so we got to separate the two. Like if a guy is using, you know, if a guy is using his money to buy somebody's love and attention, and you know, yeah, he's simping, tricking, whatever. But if somebody's using this guy, if a guy's using his money because he genuinely cares about a person and wants the best for him, is doing something for him because he wants to do something nice for a person, that's doing something nice for a person. You know, and I normally see this as a problem because what winds up happening is you don't want to do anything for anybody, but you want everybody to do something for you. And so if you do something for somebody, it's simping. But you want somebody to do something for you, so they simping on you, right? So maybe you burnt out of doing stuff for people and you're not getting nothing in return. I could dig that, you know, but maybe we need to communicate that better, you know, because, oh man, you took this girl on a date, you simping. No, that's taking somebody out on a date. I mean, would you take somebody out on a date that you wasn't interested in? No. You know, but if you interested in them and they're interested in you, it's simping. Just like the article was talking about people going out with people that they don't particularly care for free food, free meals. You know, I talked about that maybe 5 years ago. You know, and that happens. You know, that's not getting simping, that's getting duped. You got tricked, you got played. Because if you know, simping is when you actively know somebody doesn't care about you. And they're not interested in you. And you're doing stuff anyways. You know. And we've all been there. You know. We've all thought we can, you know, be our best self and a person's gonna see us and maybe they'll change their mind. At that point you were simping. You know, live in reality. But some guys are just flat out hating. You know, if a guy goes out on a date, he's simping, but you never ask anybody out on a date. So you telling him he's simping for going out on a date, but you don't ask anybody out on dates because right now you know, maybe you're not trying to date. So you're trying to, you know, get mad at a person for going out when you're not. But at some point you're gonna go out. You know, at some point you're gonna go out on a date. So what, you're not gonna tell nobody? You know, I went out, but I'm not simping. I made her pay for we went Dutch. Nobody needs to know that, truthfully. And there's this part about just being a man in general. I'm gonna say this, and some of y'all may get it, some of y'all may not. I don't have a problem doing stuff for people. You know, I'm not gonna overextend myself, but if it causes me to overextend myself, and I'm gonna make a sacrifice for somebody that's not gonna make a sacrifice for me, we gonna have a problem. You know, but if I'm doing something and it's still in the realm of what I was doing anyways, I don't care. And what I mean by that is, if I was gonna go out and I was trying to get to know and I was gonna go out anyways, and I invite somebody and I ask somebody out and they come, cool. I was gonna go out anyways. You know, company don't hurt, right? I wasn't gonna spend a gang of money anyways because I'm cheap. You know, so me spending on two people, it's like me spending. You know, the way I operate anyways. I don't eat that much. You know, I don't. You know, so I'm not overly extravagant. When they get something that they want to, or they add things, to me it's like, okay, whatever. And I clown sometimes. Like, I can tell the difference between, you know, when you take somebody out, and I say this, you could tell how much they like you or don't like you by how they order. If they start ordering like they ain't never been nowhere, they don't like you. They don't respect you. Me, I'm the opposite of that. You keep ordering, go ahead, order some more. Go, this is gonna be the best date you ever had using somebody. And I promise you, you ain't gonna never go out on a date again. Cause ain't nobody gonna deal with this. And after the date's over, I'll let it be known. Yeah, you had a good time playing these games? I was just no. It's okay. We gonna go out? No, we not going out again. Are you crazy? You got all you got the free food you wanted, right? You got the extras you wanted, right? You got to get an attitude, right? You got to act a fool, right? You got to play like this was, you wanted to give me the friend hug on the end, right? You got everything you wanted, right? Cool. Take care of yourself. Have a nice life. Because next week, if I want to go out, I'm going to just go with somebody else. I'm going to approach somebody else, talk to somebody else, go out with somebody else. That's how it happens. But some guys, that process is ridiculous. And I get it. Some people hate the process because the process is ridiculous and because people are out of pocket. But are you hating a guy who's simping? Because a lot of times, people are glorifying using a simp. Like, and what I mean by that is some people want to be the guy that doesn't have to spend any money or take anybody out, and he just can call up and she can have sex with him. Boom, I feel like I'm the one. You took her out. You the sucker. You the simp. Well, here's the problem. If you're looking at sex as a payment, yeah, I get that. You winning. You getting sex without doing anything. But from a different point of view, you do realize when these guys you call simps are gone, the onus is on you now. And now you can't do nothing. See, some of these guys you calling simps and that you trying to benefit from their simping, when they stop paying, what are you? You're useless. And they find out that you're useless, and then they try to go back to the person that was simping on them, thus part of these problems. So you're a simping or you're just a hater, because to some point, and I know everybody doesn't subscribe to this, but there comes a point where even when guys talk about child support, and I talk about child support, but people act like paying child support is simping, like, I can't just do this for free. You're going to have to take care of the kid regardless. It's going to cost money regardless. Whether the kid with you or not, it's going to cost some money. That's the reality of it. So, a lot of times, I can tell if you a simp hater or just a hater by if you always trying to get off scot-free. If you're not trying to get, if you tired of people getting used, or you tired of people using themselves to try to get ahead, you a simp hater. But if you trying to get off scot-free and never have to foot the bill for something, you just a hater. And you're not necessarily a hater of quote-unquote simps. You just a hater of responsibility, or you just want everything for free. You want the hookup. And if it ain't the hookup, you ain't slick. I got a mouthpiece. I could talk. Let me tell you something. Actions always speak louder than words. Talking is cool, but actions always speak louder than words. And what winds up happening is, if you build your life on slick words, over time, you're going to look like a fool. Because your history of your actions, or your lack thereof actions, precedes you. I know how to say the right thing. That ain't going to get cute as you age. That ain't going to be cool as you age. That ain't going to be slick as you age. You're going to be the old dude who can say a bunch of slick words with the old zoot suit looking cat that think he's slick, and them slick words going to get you in a heap of trouble. So are you a simp hater, or you just a hater? Because those guys often look for some other guy, man, you find a sucker, a simp. And what winds up happening is, I hate to say this, but if you wind up being a hater, you're gonna turn into a sugar daddy, which makes you a simp. So you can't see, a lot of cats get old and they become quote unquote, they don't want to say they sugar daddies, but they sugar daddies. You know, whether they're old and they're distinguished, which means a cool sugar daddy. You know, you became a simp. You know, it ain't tricking if you got it because I got it because I'm distinguished. Yeah, okay, so you wasn't getting women when you was younger. Now you got older, you got a little bit more money. Now you getting women because they want the money, but you're not looked at as a simp because you said you're not spending the money, but you actually spending the money. So are you simping or are you hating? Because part of this is when guys become more successful, people hate on them. You know, they want, you know, if this guy became more successful and he can afford to do, I guess, higher quality things, he should do cheap things and be in the same market with you doing cheap things so it could be an even level playing field. But he didn't work to stay on your level. You feel me? So are you a simp hater or are you just a hater? I mean, we'll figure that out. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.